This video is intended for adult audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey! Hey! How y'all doing?
It's been a long time coming.
Not me wearing this beret, swearing that I'm giving you a look, when in reality, I tried for nothing. Honestly, I bought this spray because I wanted to see what it would look like, but honey, I think it's not the right color, but we're definitely not wearing her throughout this video, just saying.
What was the reason?
We have to talk. Now, let me preface or preface this video by saying A, this shirt don't fit me. B, look, Miss Mommy, we have to talk. I love Mommy, okay? I love Melissa. Part of my world, yes. I've been watching since the Mommy and Caden show, which honestly I appreciated. You know, throughout the Monster High years, we watched it. Monster High was never, and don't come for me, Monster High fans, it was never my favorite brand. Everybody has their biases, of course, and mine happens to be towards MGA. Nothing wrong with that, though it's very obvious that hers is Mattel. So that's what we're talking about, actually. Recently, I'd say maybe about a year ago, not even, a few months ago, I was subscribed to Mommy up until the time I had to unsubscribe from Mommy. And what really happened, and I'm gonna unbutton this, I can't breathe. Not me saying that I was gonna wear this shirt when I lost 30 pounds.
You're a lie.
Oof. Whatever, you're gonna see this and you're gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, she posted a review of the 2018 Bratz collector dolls, which are controversial. I personally, I love them, you know. I think a big part of that is because I do like Hayden's work. I've liked it for years. In fact, I remember commenting, and if I can find it, I'm gonna put it up here. But I remember commenting that, like back in 2013 or something, he was like doing his own little thing, drawing them in the 2010 era. And I remember commenting like, hey, I would love it if you made Bratz dolls. You are what we need, especially at that time. Granted, Bratz in 2010, we appreciate nowadays. When those came out, you know, the designs, I think the designs are spot on. You know, they're great. The actual dolls themselves, child, there's a lot of quality issues, and those were outside of Hayden's control, which we know now. But regardless, I think what made me really happy and what makes me so fond of these dolls was that they came out at a time when I couldn't afford them. So I was definitely able to get all of them. It was in a happy period of my life. So they mean a lot to me. Also, my boyfriend got me the majority of them. So for Christmas, it was our first Christmas, I think, or maybe our second one. Ooh, don't come for me. He's the one that edits my videos. Love you, babe. Stupid. In any case, no, so I mean, she reviewed those dolls. She reviewed Chloe and Yasmin. Granted, I knew what to expect when I walked into the video or watched it. I knew that she wasn't going to be a big fan of them because Bratz weren't their thing, you know? And it's especially hard because I think Caden's main experience with them was 2015 era. Honey, let me laugh. I apologize, Caden. Personally, as a Bratz fan, you didn't deserve that as your first real encounter with Bratz, especially when you were getting into the Monster Highs and I was giving you everything. And here comes Bratz with their let's not talk. I saw the video thumbnail. You know, is Yasmin Chloe worth $50 or something like that on the thumbnail? But the title was, and I'll put it up, well, yeah, I'll put it up here because I do have a screenshot of it. It was, is Yasmin and Chloe, a Bratz collector, Yasmin and Chloe review, or whatever. Chloe's name was spelled wrong as well as Yasmin's. And as a Bratz fan, that triggered me. And look, y'all could say it, okay? Y'all could put it in the comments, you could, well, you can't tweet me, I don't have a Twitter. You could do all that. Tweet me if you want to on Twitter. I don't have one, but screenshot me, whatever. Yeah, I'm a Bratz stan.
I hate myself.
It sucks because I think that's me with the majority of what I like. You know, I have to defend Bratz constantly. I have to defend Sonic the Hedgehog constantly. I have to defend Power Rangers constantly because those brands were great and had a downfall at some point. Granted, Power Rangers are doing really better. Sonic the Hedgehog, we'll see what you're gonna do for your 30th anniversary. Oops. Having to defend them constantly, it's like, to me, it's like, these aren't new characters. You know, they didn't come out last year and you've reviewed them before. You know, so just that alone, I was like, this is not it. You know, you are a seasoned YouTuber, you know, or a seasoned reviewer of dolls. I don't think you misspelled any of the Wild Hearts crew's name, and they were out for 3 minutes. You know, but that's not the point, you know? So she was going through the review. Are they worth $50? She only paid $25 for each. I guess that's $50 total, but she didn't pay $50 for each of the dolls, which I guess would have made her review a little bit more critical, if I'm honest. But anyways, so she was going through the review or whatever, and this isn't what the video is about, but it ties in.
But you did this for what? Why not? Why?
And you know, she was talking about Chloe's outfit. She didn't like the unhemmed part of her skirt. She didn't like Yasmin's second outfit, and which was also unhemmed at the bottom. And you can not like something about the dolls or whatever, cool. Even though in my defense of that, they're done purposefully, but okay. You know, she thought Chloe's second outfit looked like she was a gimp. Granted. Sees.
We see each other. We see each other.
But I was just like, child, she said her fur looked like monkey fur. Like she was going to be in a monkey costume. And I just was like, no, not this. Not this. She did like Yasmin. But the point was, it's like, I would have appreciated it more had she just spelled the names right. You know? And I can't even say that. I mean, Chloe, you know, spelled Chloe. That could be like an autocorrect thing, you know, but Yasmin spelled the E at the name, E at the end. I don't know if that's autocorrected. I think it would autocorrect to Jasmine or something, you know, but whatever, however that worked. I did call it out. She did end up changing it. I don't think it was because of me, but I want to believe that because I have no reach. Anyway, so yeah, so that happened. I unfortunately was just over it because I did watch a lot of her other Barbie reviews around that time, you know, and granted it wasn't so long ago, but, you know, I would watch them because I'm like, what is she going to say about the, you know, color reveal, $50 set that they had when it was a slumber party to daytime wear, whatever it was. Because honestly, color reveal. And that's where we're getting to, because that $50 set, granted it came with $2, or it came with a doll and like a bunch of pieces or whatever pieces. Or a bunch of plastic accessories and paper to put on your doll. Like, she was fine paying $50 for that. But then you get dolls with actual quality, and despite, you know, their little flaws, like I understand if she was like, oh, you know, Yasmin has a lip chip, you know, or under Chloe's hat there's like a black stain that I can't get off, you know, that's something I understand. But criticizing the design, saying you don't like this and you don't like that about the designs, yes, but also it's not a surprise what you're getting, you know? If you didn't like Chloe so much, why would you even pay $25 for her? Regardless, that's not it. That's not the point of the video. Is she released and I guess I saw this in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in. She ended up releasing an apology to Mattel and Barbie, which when I saw that I was like, why? You know, like, you've been praising color reveal hard enough. You're the reason they're selling. What are you talking about? You're doing Mattel so many favors right now. They need you. The confusion was there. So I was just like, okay, let me just air what I have against her right now. Because to be honest, I unsubscribed after her Bratz fiasco. she did change it to the correct names, which is cool. But, I mean, which I appreciate. But, I mean, okay. So I did air that out, whatever, and, you know, looking at the comments based on the review, you know, I was talking about diversity. And I was like, okay, let me really get into this apology and see what she's talking about. What is she apologizing to Barbie and Mattel for? I wouldn't expect mommy to be on that side of things. If anything, this is my apology to Barbie and Mattel. Girl, Barbie, I'm sorry that I've bought products recently. Anyways, so looking at the video, she was, you know, kind of lighthearted about it, cool, you know, but she was saying basically that she felt bad about criticizing Mattel's quality or Barbie's quality lately, because of the recent, I guess, one of the Barbie reviews that she did was for Barbie's signature Lunar New Year doll that just released. And she didn't like that the fabric was screen printed. It only went on one side of the dress instead of both sides. And there was nothing there to her. It was the doll, a piece of fabric that was printed on one side. And I don't even remember if she came with earrings. Oh, she did. She had earrings and her hair was just, you know, put it to the back a little bit, but nothing special. And she mentioned she either, well, I don't think she paid for it, but, you know, it was $50 doll, which if she had to pay for it, would she? I don't think you should pay $50 for that doll. As far as Jade, Chloe and Yasmin, that was worth time, honey. It's all fabric. Anyway, so that happened, and she was saying basically, like, you know, Mattel they spend so much money on making the dolls diverse and making different skin tones, different head molds, different body types, you know, even, you know, specialities like wheelchair Barbies, and, you know, the dolls that have amputated legs, and, you know, the dolls with vitiligo, which relate. So she was saying that, you know, those dolls cost more money to produce. So in order to make the dolls diverse enough, they're paying more for that, which makes the price point appropriate or the quality appropriate. That's what I'm getting to. And I know, first of all, mommy, you don't have to apologize. I feel you don't have to apologize to anybody for giving your actual opinions. They are sending you these dolls to review and to get the word out that they're there. Granted, I get that, you know, a company that's sending you dolls for free is like, oh, please say good things, you know.
Aw, we have a little silver button.
But an honest company, I don't feel like they would want you to limit your honesty to promote their product, you know, like generally they'll send you something free, like, hey, this is a free product or whatever. But I wouldn't expect a company to, you know, push me to only say good things. And granted, there are companies that do that. I've never been on the PR list, but don't worry, Coco has her own. Anyways, you know, I get that, okay? So it makes I feel sus about the thing. Because why do you have to apologize for giving your honest opinion about their quality when that's the quality they're sending you, you know? But okay. So she goes on to say, you know, with all Mattel, their diversity's up here. Wait, no, she was like, granted, the monitor is pushed back a little. I'm using this new tripod, which honestly, it probably won't work. But I guess that angle, you know, you could see some neck. I guess it works. But anyways, she said, you know, Mattel's quality is up here, and but you know, anybody else's, or Mattel's diversity is here, and anybody else is down here. We're not arguing that. You know, yes, of course, Mattel has been pushing it with the quality, I want to say quality. That's not true. It's not 1998. You know, you're paying more, or the quality is not there because they're focusing on the diversity first. Fair. Okay, I can see that. She brought out the Creatable World dolls to say, hey, they're pushing the boundaries and making dolls that can fit to anybody. Fair. Completely fair. So that's cool. But it's interesting you brought out a Creatable World doll to talk about diversity when their quality was up there. And you paid as much, you know, you're paying just about as much for a Barbie Extra doll that you are for a Creatable World. In Creatable World, if I remember correctly, I do have one in there, but if I remember correctly, came with actual fabric pieces, actual details, and nothing screen printed. Granted, she's still in her box, but honestly, she doesn't have... we're gonna figure this out. Anyways, excuse me. So she was talking about that, you know, and how the diversities, they're king of diversity, they're queens of diversity. You know, they have every doll that you could ever imagine. You can find a fashionista that will be relatable to you, which I have. I appreciate Broadkin so much. He could be broader, you know, for me, you know, because honey, I'm not Broadkin. I'm like, I'm looking at myself now, honey. I'm just not a Ken. I'm an Elven. I prefer bear. Anyway, so okay, she was talking about this diversity and everything, and how that trumps quality.
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that.
And for that reason, she should have never criticized them for their quality, because you're getting diversity instead.
That doesn't make no sense.
Okay, so Mattel, this is based on what her response was, her argument. You know, you could find a doll that looks exactly like you, that has your features, you know, everything like that. But the quality's not there. I don't care. I mean, this is just me personally. Maybe other people don't care either. But to me, it's just like, Mattel, you need to slow down. And I guess just refer back to mommy. This is my real response, and then I'll get into what I think Mattel needs to do, coming from a guy with no experience. But I mean, mommy, look, honey, I don't think you needed to apologize. You apologizing makes it really sus, and then giving the reason of your apology that, you know, they're pushing diversity, which they are. That's not an argument. That's fine. But I mean, I can't relate to any of these characters because they're not characters. You know, they're numbers. They're, as one of our friends Alex said, you know, Alex by 1, 2, 3, 5. As Alex said, they're accessories essentially. You know, they don't even have names, and that sucks. Like, basically, mommy, like, look, again, you didn't have to apologize, unless they're giving you shit.
That is amazing. Wow.
You know, unless they're giving you problems, saying, hey, you know, we saw your last review of the Lunar New Year doll or whatever, and it was too harsh for us. We can't handle it. Oh my God. You know, we're going to take you off the list or something if you don't apologize or something like that. That's what it feels like. Because you know how you felt about that quality. And I don't believe that you were in the shower one day and you just... Mattel's about diversity now. And if that's what they are, then fine. You know, that's cool. But you're never going to see the same amount of success unless you actually put forth any kind of money. You know, you put forth the effort to get back that effort. And it kind of feels weird that they're selling you diversity.
Not this.
That feels odd. You're a fashion doll. You know, and nowadays, yes, we should expect diversity from every single doll brand out there in the market. Expect it. And when they don't have it, social media pops off. We've seen this. And it's not going to be long before other brands start just doing it, which they should have been doing it. But we see this with LOL Surprise. And I hate bringing up, you know, when talking about Mattel, MGA drama. That's old history. It's a tale as old as time. Ignore me.
Girl, find the note. Find the note.
Anyways, it's been there forever, you know? But you know, LOL Surprise, the first initial wave of them, they're all deeper skin, you know, and most of it took us a while to even get a white OMG doll, you know. The first one that pops in my head for some reason, and correct me if I'm wrong, was it Dazzle?
What?
Ew, did I say Dazzle? I meant, what is her name? Circles? Huh? Honey, my LOL trivia is out the door.
Come here, pussy. Get the fuck out of my goddamn dog.
But I mean, they've been doing diversity too. And the dolls don't, I mean, none of the dolls that we see, even Barbie dolls, they don't have necessarily fit, you know, races or whatnot, but I think it should stay that way. Just ambiguous so you could relate to it in a way that you want to. But, you know, with the Rainbow High, the only one I could think about that has been clearly not diverse or even trying is Not Surprise.
Stupid.
But Rainbow High was even like, you know, oh, we're gonna release Jet Dawson, and she's gonna be this doll, whatever. But as soon as fans were like, hey, where is your deep skin doll? They, in mid-production, this blows my mind. In mid-production, they make Crystal Bailey instead. Like, to me, that's like otherworldly. They're using social media in the correct way. Listening to the fans and getting the product out that they want, you know, with the same quality. They didn't lessen the quality because she's black or because it's a different diverse doll. You know, that's not what happened. So it doesn't feel right to me that you have to sacrifice quality for diversity, you know, but I understand, you know, and I think this is why we don't see different head shapes or head sculpts or head molds with Rainbow High or Bratz or LOL Surprise. We don't see different facial modes or whatever because of that reason. Is that bad or wrong? I don't think so per se, because it's been that way forever. But I'm not going to knock Barbie for doing that because that's her brand. It's basically a lifestyle doll, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like the Barbie doll is basically, you know, it's a recreation of life or whatever, an imaginative play in real life. So to me, that makes sense. It's like, okay, that would work. I'm not asking you, or I'm not asking Mattel to stop diversity to give us quality. That doesn't make sense. That should be a given, you know? And the fact that, and I have to bring this up again because this is my main point about it. I haven't even gotten into reviewing these dolls yet. But with Barbie Extra, this is obviously like their response to LOL Surprise. Cool. Honestly, we expected that. But you're paying maybe $2, $3 less for Barbie Extra than you would in LOL Surprise doll or even Rainbow High. But you come with a pet? I don't know. To me, something's different about that, honey.
Like, ew. I mean, Jazz, Queen, Work, Mama, Boots the House Down.
Like, look, honestly, this is one of the most prettiest dolls Barbie dolls that we've had recently. I'm not mad at her entirely, and I like the step up. Honestly, Barbie Extra is going to be the brand, is going to be the one to kind of get Barbie back on track, I feel. Because even the collector line series hasn't done it, you know, but this at least is trying more than a fashionista. It's an overpriced fashionista to me. But this is what fashionistas could be, in my opinion. Especially since you're only getting one outfit. You know, Rainbow High comes with 2 outfits. You know, and you have accessories and stuff. Granted, she does too. But, I mean, she only comes with 1 outfit, and you're paying for this pet that nobody wants. If I wanted a pet, I'd go get a Chelsea playset adventure or whatever, you know? Keep that over there, but I think they did that so they can appeal to the kids, so they can get those Christmas sales. Because honestly, nobody really, I guess, heard about Barbie Extra coming out, at least that I've known of, or at least in my opinion, or in my experience. I didn't see Barbie Extra coming. You know, she came like mid-season, we started hearing about it, just to hit at that holiday mark, and it seemed rushed, you know? In fact, you know, they're not even made to move bodies, honey. Anyway, because, I mean, I could be wrong about this too, The BMRs had made to move bodies, and I don't think their pieces were cheaper than Barbie Extras, but you're paying just about the same price. Okay, so in terms of Mattel, what I would like to see, or what I think they should do, I think Mattel should slow down. You know, they're releasing products so hardcore. Why do we need 21 different fashionistas in every line? You know, for the fashionista brand, break it down to like 5 characters per line. You know, give them names, you know, and use that extra budget that you're going to use for the extra $10, $15 and put that into the 5 that you're going to release. Maybe 2 boys, 3 girls. You can still make them very diverse. But you could also give them, you know, that level of quality. Good hair. Focus on their character. Who is this person? Which could be fun too. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be included in every Barbie movie, their character for Barbie, whatever. No. You know? Maybe, you know, maybe this is Gwen. You know, and because even she has a number. She's not necessarily Barbie. She's just 3. You know, that's not cute, honey. They're just numbers, and it's weird. You know, and I get maybe that's part of the imaginative play. She could be anybody, you know, cool. But I feel like it would be cool to get different characters. Just, you know, think about your friends or something, Barbie designers. Oh, this is going to be like my friend Sandra, you know, and she wears this beanie specifically, and she's an artist who lives out somewhere else, and, you know, she's built like this, and, you know, something. Because at least then you'll have quality fashionistas that come up. You know, make every fashionista the made-to-move body based on that budget of the $21 you're going to do. Doing these $5, I think you could afford that, you know? Or even if you don't do that, you'll still have money to put back into these $5 that you're releasing for this wave, you know? And then when you push them out, that's going to bring it back. That Barbie magic. People aren't getting, I can say, you know, people aren't buying necessarily. They're not buying Rainbow High because they're diverse. They're the most diverse characters out there. That's not it. But they are characters. You know, you can relate to these girls based on their little show or whatever. And the fact that, you know, they are releasing more skin tones, more characters with these skin tones, you know, but giving you that quality too. It's like, wow, this doll was taken care of. This doll had a lot of love put into it. There's thought behind everything, and nothing feels cheap. But why should kids get this paper fabric and this terrible body mold that doesn't do anything? Why do kids deserve that? It reminds me back in the day, you know, I don't want to make this too long. I'm almost done. It reminds me back in the day when, you know, my little sister would get a doll or something, and it's just something about having a quality doll. It was so cool to see, you know, the little pockets, and especially for Bratz, I'm thinking about that. Because, you know, they had little pockets that were functioning. They had, you know, words on their shirts, or, you know, their jackets had the functioning, or not functioning, but they had the zippers and the detail and everything that went into it. That was awesome to see. And I don't see a current Barbie line or even Mattel line that's doing that. Monster High was doing it, and you can't tell me because you lost the partnership with Disney that you lost all the money in the world. You were so damaged that you couldn't even continue Monster High or Ever After High because Disney's gonna beat you out in all the fairy tale lines. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Did I lie? Can I lie? Can I fucking lie?
You are the biggest doll brand right now, aside from Disney princesses. Okay, fine, it'll hurt you a little bit. But you can't tell me that MGA has not been more hurt and is currently making more money, and that you're not hurt because of that. Your biggest competitor right now, that was your competitor giving you a headache back in 2002, isn't hurting you now. It is a 180. And when Bratz comes out, it's going to hurt more. So it just makes me mad, child. Like, and what also makes me mad is that it's Mattel's fault. It is Mattel's fault. If you think about it, before, you know, when Bratz was off the shelves in 2016-ish, when their latest mess happened, and they were off the shelves because nobody was buying it. You know, MGA didn't have any doll lines that continued through there. LOL Surprise was not out yet. Rainbow High wasn't even in development, I don't know. So it was just Mattel that had the biggest market. And they let the they let the doll market die. They let it die. I think they can't, to me, I think they just don't know how to grasp the market anymore. Because it wasn't until LOL Surprise came out, I keep on pointing up because they're up there. It wasn't until LOL Surprise came out that the market blew up again. We need something innovative, we need something innovative from you, Mattel. We need you to step up, you know? And if that means you copying MGA because they're doing something right, do it better, you know? Do you have that diversity on spot? Yes. You got that. You win at that. Your sales are still plummeting. And honestly, I don't want to see, you know, because to me it seems like, oh, at least we have diversity. That's what our gimmick is at this point. No. Get rid of color reveal. That's extra budgeting going nowhere. Okay? It's probably selling. Sure, you're on wave 23. It's doing nothing for anybody. It is a doll to throw. I'd say get rid of any of your other little small brands that aren't doing anything. Cave Club, Honey. No. And you need to focus on bringing back Monster High, bringing back Ever After High. Start off small. And these Skullactor dolls, you know, that's a good way to do it. People still have a huge interest, and honestly, they haven't been, that's another thing, social media, they have not been clamoring about Monster High's returns. Give that to us. Anyways, I'm mad. Because I don't want to see, I mean, it's just been sad. It's been sad, frankly, to see Barbie just be reduced to skin tones and disabilities. You know? Which is, I mean, that's not what's sad about it, I guess, because that's cool that they're doing it. And they've proven that they can do it. But that's just opinions and speculation or whatever. Anyway, Mommy, you don't have to apologize, girl. That you're doing what you're doing as a reviewer. I forgive you for the Bratz stuff, but I don't want you to come back for Bratz. Because, I mean, honestly, I'm going to be reviewing Bratz next year, and if they don't do well, we'll say it together. How about that? You know, because I don't want no bad blood or anything, and I really hope that Mattel doesn't have you by chains. You know, do as we say, otherwise we'll make you into color reveal. Oh, you like those. Anyway, so this has been MrPandaSir giving you a rant, a talk about Mommy's world or my world, but also about Mattel and what we need from them. With that being said, ciao.
Anyway,
so see you next time.